So the healing process has begun, I guess, after yesterday.
Yeah, it's the time of year where it's a new day, time to move on, have a good practice, which we did, worked hard, and working towards our next game, which is a big game. So kind of flush that one and move on.
Is too much? Do people place too much emphasis whether you win a big game or lose a big game on one game? Do you guys sort of view things in a larger picture, whether it's a 10-game segment or just how you're trending overall?
I think that we just take it one day at a time. I think we've won some pretty big games lately too. Played well in some big games. Home game against Colorado, that whole California road trip. We played really well. Got some important points there too. So obviously you're defined by your latest moment, I guess, in terms of your guys' perspective. But we're just moving towards the next game.
So when you're a young player and you're trying to learn that, right? If you have a bad game or you give some pucks away or whatever, is it part of the older guys in the team to make sure that you get on that train that you're talking about?
Yeah, I think so. I think it just comes naturally, honestly, to a lot of guys at this level. You get here, you're playing so many games so often, you're just back at it, that it just feels like you have to have that mindset, or else you'll get overwhelmed. You can't sleep at night. You just take over your whole life, so you have to kind of flush it every night. We did that on the California road trip. We had a big win in Anaheim, big win in San Jose. Then we have a big game in LA. You can't be dwelling on those two previous games, and you have a big game coming up. So it's no different after a loss. No matter what the score was, whatever it was, you're flushing it, getting ready to move on, and building your game to be at the best possible game you want it to be at the end of the season.
Are you defining the difference between playing in a Canadian market and some other markets? Like the Canadian market is freaking out every game. When you win, you're great. When you lose, you're not great.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't pay attention too much to the ups and downs of the media, I guess I'll say, or the Twitterverse. So I'm not sure what's being said after the game last night. I just know that we circled back here today, had some video sessions, learned, and got better.
Derek, you've talked about how your team's been trending in the right direction for quite some time now. You guys are en route to becoming a good to great team. That's a consistent message you guys have had over the last 2 months or so. Does a game like last night prove just how consistent and how precise you have to be in this league to win games each and every night?
Yeah, 100%, and especially against a good team like that, going into a rink like that where it's really hard to play well, it's really hard to win, and give credit to them, they played really well too. So it's something that, yeah, like you said, every single night, every single game, it's a huge task, it's a huge battle. We're doing everything we can to be at our best, and sometimes you're not at your best, so you got to learn from that, learn what you have to do differently to be prepared mentally and physically, and then you do that the next game. Thanks.